Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to my presentation. My name is Margareta and I'm a college student at Pembangunan Jaya University. Today I would like to introduce to you an interesting aspect of Indonesian culture which is kebaya. The topic I will be presenting on is the transformation of kebaya fashion. Kebaya is traditional garment worn by women across Indonesia. But kebaya is more than just a garment. It is a symbol of heritage, elegance, and national pride. In this presentation, I will explore the evolution of the kebaya, tracking its journey from the historical roots to its modern interpretation. To delve deeper, I will explore the following point in my video. In the first one, I will explain the history of kebaya. Secondly, I will explain the traditional variation across Indonesia. I will show the different types of kebaya found in the different regions. And lastly, I will explain kebaya in the modern era. We will see how kebaya transition to become contemporary. So let's get started. Kebaya is a traditional Indonesian dress that has various philosophical value and messages that remind us the struggle of Indonesian women. Of the various traditional garment in Indonesia, the kebaya was designed as the national garment by President Sukarno. The reason is that kebaya is considered to most ideal to reflect the elegance of Indonesian women. Besides having an aesthetic function, kebaya also has a social function as a lesson for women to dress neatly, politely, and always maintain their honor. The origin of the word kebaya comes from Arabic abaya, which means clothing. Then this term was introduced to archipelago through the Portuguese word cabaya. It is believed that a kebaya originated in China hundreds of years ago. Then the use of kebaya clothing began to spread from Malacca, Java, Bali, Sumatra, and Sulawesi. The kebaya appeared in Indonesia in the 50th or 60th century. At the time, kebaya was widely used by nobles. Not everyone can wear kebaya clothes every day, but it is only used at certain celebration, with other moments still were common. In the 17th and 19th century, everyone could wear kebaya in their daily activity. Over time, kebaya has undergone a significant transformation. Its increasingly modern design and diverse color and shape makes kebaya not only worn on formal occasions, but also casual occasions such as a wedding, party, and even a daily wear. Several well-known fashion designers have also created kebaya concept with a modern touch, making it more attractive to the public. However, the development of kebaya today cannot be separated from the traditional kebaya style. There are several styles that are still often used by kebaya designers today, namely Sundanese, Javanese, and Kurung style. Kebaya with its traditional dress has gained a place its ultra local because of its elegant design and is able to add charm to the wearer, so people can accept it easily. Kebaya is now growing very rapidly because in development has reached foreign countries. Kebaya is not just a garment, but also an important cultural heritage that illustrated the beauty and diversity of Indonesia. A long history involving influence from Dutch, Chinese, and Indian culture has given kebaya its own uniqueness. Along with time, kebaya continued to undergo transformation that demonstrated cultural flexibility and adaptation. Types of kebaya are divided into two, namely traditional kebaya and modern kebaya. Each region has its own kebaya with its own characteristic. Therefore, to get to know the traditional Indonesian clothing better, we need to know several types of kebaya. First, the Javanese kebaya. Javanese kebaya is the one of the classic kebaya that's used to be used by the nobles of the palace. One of the characteristics of this kebaya is that it has a vertical or V-shaped collar. Generally, Javanese kebaya does not have folds and are also relatively thin and tends to be transparent. Usually, this Javanese kebaya is also decorated with simple motif. Therefore, if for example we use these types of kebaya, we need to use another undergarment or kemben. The second, Kutu Baru Kebaya. The Kutu Baru Kebaya originates from the Central Java and differs from the Javanese kebaya in that there is a cloth that's connected a fold on the left and right sides of the chest. The covering cloth is usually known as a beef in the fashion world. This kebaya was popular during the Majapahit Kingdom and is usually worn with a struggle on the cloth wrapped around the stomach to emphasize and feminine body silhouettes. In addition, kebaya Kutu Baru is also often combined with batik wiron that is folded in layer. Third, that is the Encim Kebaya. Encim Kebaya is one of the traditional Betawi clothing that have been articulated with Chinese clothing culture. The name Encim is also taken from the Hokkien language, which means is ounce. Encim Kebaya used to be worn by middle to upper class women in Jakarta. This type of kebaya is also famous from the diverse motifs that showcase flora and fauna. The colors that are often used for Encim Kebaya are usually bright colors that attract attention, such as pink, sky blue, yellow, to those. Fourth, Kebaya Sunda. Although at first a glance it looks similar to kebaya of Central Java and East Java, this kebaya from West Java actually looks different on the next motif. Besides that, the color of the kebaya Sunda usually use bright and beautiful color, while the subordinates are usually combined with cari clothes or in Sundanese called Sinjang Bundal. The fifth is kebaya Bali. In terms of design, this kebaya Bali is a bit similar to the Niflu kebaya because it has beef on the chest, but what distinguishes it usually the use of kebaya Bali is usually worn with clothes wrapped around the waist like obi belt. It turns that a shawl wrapped around the waist also has a special meaning. The shawl is a symbol of being loose and the bad behavior before entering the temple area during worship. For the color, use the types of the kebaya also usually use bright color to describe the joy of the Balinese woman. The second is modern kebaya. Modern kebaya is kebaya with a more modern touch. The shapes and pattern are not absolutely like the original kebaya. There have been changes to some is a part. I'll give you example of a modern kebaya. First, the brocade kebaya. Brocade kebaya is a type of modern kebaya that is believed to be a symbol of luxury and beauty. Brocade kebaya is generally made of brocade fabrics woven with gold or silver threads, giving the impression of luxury and elegance. Usually, a brocade kebaya is paired with a long or short skirt that is also made of matching brocade fabrics. Then, the second, short sleeve kebaya. Short sleeve kebaya is a variant of modern kebaya that has short sleeve. In contrast to traditional kebaya, which generally has long sleeve. These kebaya models give a more relaxed and comfortable impression to be used in the less formal situation. Short sleeve kebaya is usually combined with a long skirt or pants. Third, there is the modern kebaya with modern accents. Sometimes kebaya designers also add modern accents to traditional kebaya design, creating kebaya with a freshness and trendy looks. For example, using more modern pattern or cuts such as asymmetrical shapes, color variants, or ruffled details. This gives the traditional kebaya a more chic and styling touch. In addition, some modern kebaya also use different materials such as lace, satins, or chiffon or creates a more glamorous or feminine look. This kebaya is often paired with long or short skirts to suit the looks. Not only that, modern kebaya can also add a freshness and brighter color, replacing traditional pattern and motif with more geometry or abstract design. This gives the kebaya a more modern and contemporary feel. Okay, why the kebaya is worth promoting globally? The kebaya deserves global recognition from several reasons. First, it integrates designs and craftsmanship, showcases the integrable artistry of Indonesian textile tradition. From the delicate batik pattern to the luxury songket weaving, the kebaya is testament to Indonesian rich cultural heritage. Secondly, the kebaya embodies the concept of graceful femininity. Its unique silhouette filter varies body types and exudes a timeless elegance and traditional strength. Finally, the kebaya adaptability reflects Indonesia's vibrant cultural diversity. Different regions have their own variation as with distinct fabrics, pattern, and embellishment. This regional diversity offers a glimpse into the rich tapestry on Indonesian culture. Benefit for Indonesia and Indonesians. Promoting the kebaya globally can benefit Indonesia and Indonesians in several ways. First, it can boost cultural tourism. As foreigners becomes more aware of kebaya significance, they might be more interested in visiting Indonesia and experience its culture firsthand. Second, it can create a global market for Indonesia textile and fashion. Its great demand for kebaya fabrics and designs can empower local artisans and business. Finally, promoting the kebaya can strengthen national pride, seeing their cultural heritage appreciation on a global stage can inspire Indonesians to embrace their tradition. Benefit for foreigners. Foreigners can also benefit from learning about the kebaya. It offers a window into Indonesian history, aesthetic, and social value. Understanding the kebaya evolutions can foster. Additionally, the kebaya versatility and inspire international fashion designer and enthusiasts. Its unique style and fabrics can introduce new design elements and cultural influence to the global fashion scene. So, discover everything I want to say about kebaya. That's my conclusion. The kebaya is captivating symbol of Indonesian culture with a rich history and vibrant present. By promoting the kebaya globally, we can celebrate Indonesian heritage, empower local artisans, and foster intercultural understanding. Thank you for your time. I'm eager to hear your feedback and explore this topic further. Bye bye.